This is another case study for an article published in Electrochimica Acta, volume 54, year 2009, about pitting corrosion studies on aluminum and aluminum zinc alloys in cycyanate solutions. We claimed that the data presented here is fake and there is no experimental results, real experimental results, and we're gonna give you a clear evidence about that. As you can see, figure 3 is the cyclic voltammograms record for aluminum. Actually, we used to see this kind of data before as a one curve multiplied by a constant to give another curve which represent different experimental conditions. We will prove that shortly when we get the file that has been submitted to the editor of Electrochimica Acta journal. Let's start with the Word file of this article. Those are the authors of the article, and we go forward to the figures to examine them. If we look at figure 3, for example, here, and we bring the same figure from the article, we'll start by comparing these two figures. We're talking about figure 3 here. This is figure 3. As you can see, both are the same figures. This is figure 3 here, and this is figure 3 here. We need to know if the data in this figure are real or fake. We will start by double clicking on this figure. The program that drew this figure is known, it is an origin program. To get the data or the table of the data that draw these figures, we will double click on one of the curves in the figure. We choose workbook. We'll get are the data. We have 3 curves here, 1, 2, 3. Each curve represented by x1, y1, second x2, y2, and the third curve x3, y3. Each curve consists of around 532 points on each curve. So let us take a copy from this data, x1, y1, and x2, y2, and x3, y3. Copy them and go to a program called Sigma Plot and make a paste. As you can see here, we will make a very simple math here to show if this is a real data or not. We will make a quick transform. We'll put our data in column number 9 equals. We will divide each x-axis on the x1 divided by x2 and x1 divided by x3, and we will repeat this with y-axis, y1 divided by y2 and y1 divided by y3, and we will see the results. If we choose x1 divided by x2, we will get a constant value 1.0204, and this value repeated how many times? Repeated in all points of the curves until 532 times. Then this constant repeated 532 times. It means that we have curve 1. To get a curve 2, we will multiply, the author multiply x1 by this constant value to get the x2. Let us try dividing column 1 or x1 by x5. Also, we get a constant number here, 1.0307, and this number repeated 532 times, which give a clear evidence that those curves in this figure are fake. All of these curves in this figure are fake. The authors made or fabricated these figures by multiplying the x-axis by a constant value. They changed the constant value to get 3 different curves as in the figure. We can try the same idea with the y-axis. So if we divide column 2 by column 4, we will also get a constant value over 532 points on each curve. This means that the y-axis multiplied by this value to get another y-axis in the another curve in this figure. So this is a clear evidence that all the data in this curve are fake. We'll go to another example. Take for example figure 4 here. We'll look for figure 4. As you can see, it is one figure and repeated this figure by very small shift by multiplying each curve by a constant value. Let us confirm that by double clicking on the figure 4 here, opening the origin program, double clicking in a curve and choosing workbook, so we will get the data as we can see. If we copy x1, x2, x3, x4, for example x5, and copy them and go to our simple program sigma plot and make some very trivial calculations, we can confirm either this data is fake or true real experimental data. If we divide x1 by x2, as you can see, we get the same. Actually all the x's here are the same, so it shows the y-axis, not the x-axis. So let us choose the y-axis, because the x-axis are the same, as you can see, and make a copy here. You go to column 9 will get the quotient of x1 y1 divided by y2. Let us see the results. The results is 0.5000, a constant value for all the data in the figure. The data in each figure give us about, let us repeat this, also 532 value. Let us divide y1 by y3. The constant value here is 0.3250. This is a clear evidence that each curve of those is actually one curve multiplied by a constant to get this variation, to reveal to the reader that those variation in the graph comes from changing the concentration or change the experimental condition, which is not true. This is a fake results also. Let us try another example. For example, if we can take figure 7 here, or figure 6. Let us see figure 5, figure 7, figure 6. Actually, as you can see in figure 6, most of the data are one figure repeated. Let us try to confirm that also by the same way. This is the data. This is the data here. We have how many curves here? We have 6 curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So we have like 12 columns. If we take x-axis of each x-axis of each and then make a copy of them and go to sigma plot program and do the same procedure, and using very quick math, column 9 equals x1 divided by x2, will get a the same constant for all the data points here. The constant here is 0.9524. The same if we divide x1 over x3, we'll get also the same constant 0.0985, which confirm our knowledge about these kind of curves, that those curves in the figures in the article all are fake. All the curves are fake. and fabricated, and the article is forged by the same way that the other articles in this channel has been forged before. Thank you very much.